time again for On This Day in Smithstory.
You know what? Apologize for that. Apologize for that. Apologize for that. Hold on, right here. Hold on, Jay. Stay with me, Jay. Apologize for that on national television right now. When you compare the Greek Freak to KD. Apologize right now.
The Greek Freak is better than KD.
What are you? Max, stop.
This has been another installment of On This Day in Smithstory. Now, back to you, First Take.
There's a very simple explanation for that. It appears I was very wrong. He was the MVP at the time. He was the best offensive and defensive player in the league. Didn't play in the playoffs. His style of play doesn't play in the playoffs. I was wrong.
It's just. Okay. Let's give Max credit for admitting that he's wrong. Something you do often. But nevertheless, you deserve credit.
Bring up old stuff all the time. I know.
It's just for credit. The thing that amazes me, that I'm still trying to figure out, when was there ever a moment that the Greek Freak with the eye, with those Beetlejuice eyes of yours, ever he was better than KD?
When he was winning the MVP of the regular season.
Even then he wasn't better.
Why did he win MVP?
Time.
KD played the season.
Time. You will concede that there have been times, many times, where, you bring up, others have brought up the eye test. Because when it comes to eye test, you should be winning every contest. We all know this, right? So when you talk about the eye test, we ain't talking about numbers. We're not even talking about trophies, because sometimes the most valuable player, like, if you're playing on a bomb squad and Greek Freak has no help, then he's obviously more valuable to his team, and I get that. The point that I'm making is I'm talking about watching the actual players and their actual skill set. When?
That year.
Ever.
That year during the regular season.
There was not.
That year
ever.
During the regular season.
Has the Greek Freak ever had a jump shot?
No.
Then how?
I will tell you.
How?
I will tell you how. Why do you think Shaq said, finally, for the first time, that's the dude you can give the Superman name?
Why did he say that?
Why did he say that?
Did you tell me? I got a question. Did you speak to Shaq?
Because.
Did you speak to Shaq? Did he tell you why?
I think we did have him on the show. I think we brought that up, as a matter of fact, but I don't remember. Yeah, go ahead.
The day he said that, I called him. I said, what the hell was that about? What did you mean by that? Look, man, I'm not talking about skill, overall skill. I'm just talking about domination.
Right.
I'm just talking about domination.
I got to do him like that with that imitation.
That's what I was about.
That's what he meant by Superman.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Imposing dominance.
He imposed himself that entire regular season.
Yes, he did.
Because there was really no way to stop him the way they were defending him. So he looked like a cross between Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. He was dominating everybody. He was dunking on everybody. He was even taking the ball up. He was passing the ball. He was grabbing rebounds.
I'd like to repeat that.
Now,
repeat what he said.
That's what he looked like that year. During the regular season.
Repeat what he just said. I just want to make sure. I heard. Because sometimes I ignore him because I can't take it.
That's right.
What did he say, Molly? What did he say?
Right. I can't speak. A cross between Michael Jordan
That's what he looked like in the regular
and
season.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's what he looked like in the regular season.
I got to listen to this
dribble. No, you can't take a break.
Now.
You cannot take a break.
That's what he looked like in the regular season. That's the reason he was MVP, and it was undisputed. That dude was the best in the league. In the playoffs, he got exposed. The jump shot hurt him. Because they'd wall off, and that would be the end of that. He couldn't hit from the outside.
Do you know of it?
That's all. That's what happened.
I know you think you're brilliant and all of this stuff to the point where you don't have to listen to any damn body. But let me ask you this question. Is there anybody by some slight chance? Because he plays the night, damn it. That's why. Against KD. That's why. Okay.
That's why.
I can't
it was a mystery, but now it's Smithstory.
There's a lot of segments happening. I'm into it.
Yeah.
By chance, I'm assuming that you at least pay attention to other basketball analysts, aficionados, stuff like that. Have you ever heard one person say that the Greek Freak was better.
I'm not. I don't care about what other people say.
I asked the question.
I don't remember.
Did I ask you? Did I ask you?
I have no memory of hearing that or not. Why would I care? Why would I remember that?
Oh, really? So you would. So in other words, I just want to be very clear.
Yeah.
Because see, when we hold you accountable, when you go oops and then you try to avoid the subject, or when you hide under the camera, when you get exposed, and stuff like, this is one of those moments. You got an opportunity while the camera's rolling on you, Max. Do you understand at the desk you got an opportunity to hide under the desk because you said you do have an opportunity to hide under the desk.
Let me ask you something.
There's no one ever that said the Greek freak.
Except for everyone who voted on the MVP award that year.
Hold on. You've openly admitted. Well, Steve, you've openly admitted there's been plenty of times where Michael Jordan didn't win league MVP with somebody.
That was not because of the same reason.
No.
When they didn't give it to Jordan or LeBron, they do it because they have fatigue giving them the award. They gave it to Giannis because he was the best player that year.
They gave it to Giannis because his numbers were astronomical and he was the most valuable player for his team. It didn't mean he was better. Let me put it this way.
If Giannis had done in the playoffs what he'd done in the regular season, he'd have been the best player in the game. The reason he's not is because he couldn't. It didn't play in the playoffs.
Giannis can average.
Pretty simple.
Giannis right now can average 40 a game. 40! And no one would still say he's better than KD.
If Giannis had the success in the playoffs he's had in the regular season, everyone would say he's the best player in the world.
I apologize.
He has not been able to replicate it in the playoffs. And yes, the jump shot has been a problem.
I apologize. My bad, because I'm not going to be upset. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to be upset. And the reason I'm not going to be upset because, as Lawrence Fishburne once said in a movie, when you don't know, you don't know. It's just
glad
that
you're
simple
admitting that.
when it comes to him.
Good. I'm glad you're admitting
he doesn't get it. And I can't. America, I tried. Basketball people everywhere. It's moments like this.
If Giannis
you should hide under the table.
You
should hide under the table.
If Giannis, the
table.
If Giannis, the two-time MVP, had replicated his regular season success in the playoffs, he'd be the best player in the game.
I'll be cool.
He has been unable to do so, so he's not.
You have zapped my enthusiasm to talk basketball with you with your flagrant ignorance. I'm going to be here. I'll listen.
Was Shaq ever the most skilled player in the game? I'm sorry, was Shaq ever the most skilled player in the game? But he was the best at one point, wasn't he?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.